A Delta Force soldier, when he is on duty or on deployed, they're often hiding. And one of the movements I really liked, but realized it's quite difficult to do, was the Crocodile Crawl. My name is Luke Evans, and I'm here to talk about my new show, Echo 3. I play a character called Bambi. He is a Special Forces Delta Force soldier in the American Army. I met a lot of Delta Force soldiers and Navy SEALs. I trained with them for the job, so I met a lot of very interesting guys who gave me a real insight into the character, into this kind of human being and what they've been through and how they become the elite soldiers that they are. We did lots of interesting stuff. We worked with a Navy SEAL who would take us to the shooting range every day. We would be working with different weapons, loading, unloading, shooting, firing. There's a lot of stuff which I thought I knew, and I absolutely didn't. We did a 2-day hike through the Appalachian Trail. I dropped in the jungle with a backpack at 11:30 p.m. We didn't know where we were going. We followed a Navy SEAL. There was no stopping. There was no questions. It was sort of just stamina and following orders and surviving. When I'm at home in London, I train in the gym. It's mainly gym equipment. I travel with resistance bands, push-up bars, a TRX pack. Just make the most of whatever you can. You have to keep going. You can't stop. The show was 10-hour episodes for Apple TV Plus, so I had to keep in the same shape for almost a year. And I'm 43. Every year it gets harder and harder. So, Most of these exercises you can do with cables and weights if you're in the gym, which is great, but sometimes if you don't have that, you can do these anywhere. You can do this in a park, in your hotel room, anywhere. The first one I'm gonna show you is about stance and posture. From in front of you holding the bungees, you'd pull it back, which trains the rhomboids. You do this 10 times, and then you'd lift them up above your head with the tension of the bands in front of you above your head. 3 sets, about 10 to 12 reps per set. What I hadn't realized was a lot of the time, a Delta Force soldier, when he is on duty or on deployed, they're often hiding. And one of the movements I really liked, but realized it's quite difficult to do, was the Crocodile Crawl, because you stay very close to the floor. Your joints need to be flexible because you can't raise your body. It all has to stay flat on the floor as you crawl with the gun. You do 20, 30 feet. Keep it low to the ground. Make sure your butt doesn't come up. And what it does is really stretches open your hips so that you can really crawl as close to the floor as possible. And you can do it forwards and then you do it backwards. The third exercise is core strength. When I was on this show in the first few episodes, when I was carrying rifles, we were walking through snow that was up to my waist, jumping out of helicopters. Your core strength is what, allowed you to keep doing it over and over and over. So sit-ups are boring, so I would basically find 10 abdominal exercises using my legs, my head, my arms, whatever, and every 20 you change, and before you know it, you've hit 300 without even thinking about it. You can do loads of exercises with resistance bands, but my favorite one is bicep curls and the different versions of biceps curls you can do. You can do hammer curls, but then you can twist because the tension will be on the outsides of your hands. So as you bring them up, you can twist them. So by twisting your hands, you create supination. I would be doing those all day long. Well guys, that's it. Thank you for joining me on my workout. This has been fun, telling you about my Echo 3 experience and how you train with wherever you are. You gotta keep going. That's the thing about exercise, is routine, consistency, and just doing whatever you can.